After almost 5 years with EXP Realty, I made the decision to move over to Real Broker. It's a decision I agonized over, and I waited an entire year to make this video so that I could share actual experience of being an agent with Real Broker. I'm guessing if you're here, you are curious about what it's been like for me at Real Broker, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing today. But before I dive into it, I want to make sure that it's perfectly clear this is not a video bashing EXP. I really dislike how many agents bash various brokerages out there. There is a place for every agent. It doesn't mean brokerage A, B, C, or D is better or worse. We all have different needs as agents. So keep that in mind if you are just looking into joining your first brokerage, if you're in the process of getting your license, or if you're looking at making a change. Just remember, the only decision that matters is where you feel that you are going to fit in best. To start out, I want to make sure that I'm very clear. For a long time, I really enjoyed my time at EXP. EXP is a great company. But towards the end of my time with them, I would say for the last year or so that I was there, something just felt off. And I didn't feel like I was aligned. I didn't feel like I fit in. There was a bit more of a corporate vibe, in my opinion. And I couldn't ignore that nagging voice, even though I did not want to change brokerages. I never do. Changing brokerages is expensive. There's a lot of time that goes into it. There's a lot of hassle, and it's just not my thing. I don't like to bounce around. But it got to the point that I couldn't ignore that little inner voice we all have and that we should all listen to. And I really had to look within of why I was feeling the way that I was. And I came to the conclusion that for me, there was a reputation issue. And I am absolutely not here to judge what's true or what's not, but there are a lot of allegations out there. And for me, when the New York Times runs more than one article about the company that you're with, it comes with a cost. There is a reputation at stake, and as a woman, none of it sat well with me, and that's really what got me looking into Real Broker. I reached out to an agent in my local market here in Northern Virginia to get some more information and just start a conversation. And I hear so many agents saying, oh, like someone going from EXP to Real, like it's just because there's a lower cap. That was absolutely had nothing to do with my decision. A few $1,000s is not going to make me move brokerages one way or the other. Okay, so why Real Broker? Of course, the rev share and the stock plan, yes, very appealing to me. That was one of the reasons I joined EXP. And they're not apples to apples. Depending on what type of production you're doing, you may find that EXP is more favorable than Real or vice versa. For me, they're just a perk in general, so that was a green light to make the shift to Real Broker. Something else that I was looking at when considering the move is wanting to have a more streamlined approach. I did not care for all these different platforms that we had to use and learn at EXP. I like simplicity in my business, and I wanted a simple platform to work on that sort of houses everything. And something that I've found with Real Broker, being with them over a year now, is they just keep improving their one platform. And I absolutely love that. I don't have to log in 8 different places to accomplish what I'm looking to do. That's been great. I also love Leo, our AI assistant. He has been so helpful to me in navigating the back end of Real Broker that I've actually only had to contact support one time in an entire year plus actually. And that's huge because something that I found at EXP, reaching out to support, not the broker team, but support, whether there was a contract issue, commission issue, it really deteriorated over my time there. I got a lot of rude responses, and that bothers me because agents are the ones that essentially pay these salaries of the support staff and the broker staff, and agents should be uplifted and treated with respect. And that was not my experience towards the end of the year with EXP. Last one is culture and growth. And I was really, really hesitant about the hype around Real Broker. I'm not a hype girl. I don't buy into a lot of that stuff. And I like to observe and really see what's going on. And I was a skeptic. Even once I had made the decision to move over to Real Broker, I thought, we'll see if this really delivers and if it really is as collaborative and supportive as everyone is saying. And I think that probably says more about me than any of the brokerages that I've been with. I'm a skeptic. I just don't buy into stuff like that. And I'm happy to report that it's not hype. It's real at Real Broker. And I had someone, as I was getting ready to leave EXP, tell me, well, I don't think Real Broker is real. And I kind of thought, like, well, that's a fair point. Like, I'm not really sure it's real either. But again, after a year plus, I can say I have never felt like I belong more with a brokerage, with the exception of when I owned my own brokerage. And I deeply mean that. The agents that I have worked with at Real Broker are so supportive. We collaborate, we share ideas. It's not this dog eat dog culture. There are no silos, and that makes a huge difference. Everybody is in it together to uplift and help one another, and I really do love being a part of that. The biggest surprise for me that's come from being an agent at Real Broker is Sharon and his endless energy and how he pours into us as agents. I am completely blown away. It is better than I could have ever expected. I don't think this man ever sleeps. He is phenomenal. He's approachable. He's absolutely brilliant. And he shares so openly with us. I love that it never feels like we can't contact him. He encourages us to reach out. He shares so many strategies and tips and tricks and knowledge with us every single week. Truly, I really don't think he ever sleeps. And for me, that was a big surprise because, again, you can hear all the talk and the hype of, oh, it's so great, Sharon's so great, etc. But I really didn't believe it. And now that I've been here for over a year, it is better than I ever expected. I have learned so much from following Sharon, watching his videos, being a part of his trainings, and I really have appreciated how he approaches his leadership. He is absolutely incredible. If you are looking to change brokerages or you are on the hunt for joining your first brokerage as a new agent, I encourage you to first stop and really ask yourself the tough questions. What is it that you want out of a brokerage? What type of culture do you want? Who do you want to be surrounded by? And only you can answer those questions. I am not the agent that's going to sit here and say Real Broker is for you. I have no idea if it is or isn't, but I do think it's worth your time looking into, along with lots of other brokerages out there. Shop around and make sure that you are aligning with a brokerage that has what you're looking for in order to grow and better your real estate career. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I appreciate you letting me share my journey with Real Broker with you. And until I see you on the next one, thanks for watching.